Hi, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Sarah.
And we're the Stitching Sisters. And who are you? Morgan.
That's Morgan.
She's joining us today. We are back working on our March crochet along.
We are doing flower face scrubbies. Rachel finished this one, and the design is by Agat Rottman. And
what yarn are you using?
I'm using, what is it called? Lion Brands.
That is Lion Brand 24/7 cotton. That's what this one is as well.
It is amazing. I love this color.
This one that Morgan is using and that I made these two out of was made with Lily Sugar and Cream cotton. The pattern calls for a DK weight yarn. Yeah, that's that one. A DK weight yarn. So this Lily Sugar and Cream is a little bit too thick. That's why these are really big.
Like you can see, so this is the Lily Sugar and Cream, and then this is the, what is it? 24/7 cotton. So I'm on my last round before the border, but it's going to be way
It's almost
smaller.
like a whole row smaller.
Yeah, so I'm doing this right here, right now. So it's going to be a lot smaller.
So I guess it's just a preference. What you can use whatever yarn you have on hand. That's what I was doing with these, just trying to use up the cotton that I have. And I actually like the size. I feel like it's perfect. When I'm taking my makeup off, I use this little just cotton round that I made. But it's thin. It's not a puff stitch. It's just a regular double crochet. And I feel like it's not enough. Like I use a cream makeup remover and it just doesn't, I feel like it's not big enough. So I think these are going to work great. We'll see. I haven't tried them yet.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to make a few of each with each different yarn because I think I'm going to like this better for washing my face with because I just feel like that this is huge. I feel like it covers my whole face at once. I also just like it a little bit smaller.
You're going to use it for earrings?
I think that's with earrings.
That's actually a good idea.
No,
I'm really proud of...
use them for my earrings, so I have to clean them.
Oh, to clean your earrings with? That's super smart.
Good idea.
And I'm going to make some earrings with this yarn.
Perfect. I'm really proud of Morgan because this is her first circle that she's ever made. She's been working on her chains a whole lot, and now we are practicing circles, and it's looking amazing.
Morgan is almost, how old? 6. Her birthday is in about a week.
5 plus 1 is 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You're going to be 6. Okay. So
16 days.
16 days. Wow, you're counting, huh?
Okay.
I'm going to now use the 24/7 cotton because I do have some of that to use up. Yeah, that's what it's called. It's a really nice soft cotton. This is actually a weight 4, but it's so thin. I know the camera's too far away to see, but it's so much thinner than the Lily Sugar and Cream.
Weight 3. Oh no, this is weight
It's a
4.
4.
This
yeah.
calls for a weight 3.
Do I go
Yeah.
from here?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay.
Another hook. So you have 2 loops, remember? So you're gonna pull your yarn through the 2 loops.
Okay.
There you go. So we started this pattern last night. We're a little late. We're almost at the end of March, and we're just starting. It was the first round was a little bit tricky just because we're working in the magic ring, and the puff stitches were kind of hard to do in that.
Yeah, I think I restarted like 6 times before I finally got it. But after you do that initial round, it is so much easier. And this is my first time doing puff stitches.
And first time doing a magic ring.
And I would say after the first round, it is a lot easier.
It was a bit of a learning curve. I've done magic ring a lot because I make a lot of amigurumi. I hope I said that right. But it's still, I don't know, the puff stitches in the ring were really hard.
I almost lost my stitch.
Puff stitches, I feel like are a bit of a challenge as is.
It's a bit of a hard.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a bit hard.
That happens. And this hook that I'm using is my fancy Knit Brooks hook. It is a 4.5 millimeter. That's actually what the pattern calls for.
But I'm using a 5 millimeter. I actually started last night doing a 4.25. And I was just getting so frustrated. I think, honestly, it had nothing to do with the size of the hook, but actually, I don't know what you would call it, but like where you grab the yarn. This is a lot deeper this hook. I know you can't see.
Oh yeah, the
But
little
the one
fun part.
Yeah, the one I was using last night, it could barely grasp like one string of the yarn, and when you're trying to pull it through 11 stitches, it just was not working for me. But this one is definitely much easier, and I actually don't mind the bigger hook. So I think that this is working just fine.
What are you laughing at?
Your circle?
I don't know. Okay, there we go. Today I'm struggling with the puffs.
Yeah. Well, this yarn is different too then.
Yeah, I know. I got used to using the
20
sugar one.
Yeah.
I like how quick it worked up though once you get going. I made this one. This was my second one, and I made it so quick last night. We were just sitting there watching TV, and it just worked up fast.
This is my first circle ever.
Yeah, and it looks incredible for being your first time. Now you can just keep practicing, and each time it'll get better.
I really like this size a lot better already.
Okay.
I think I would like this better for a body scrubber. I think this is a perfect size for like, if you're going to use one. My husband wants me to make him a circle for a body scrubber because I have a sponge that he really likes, but I told him he can't use that in the shower. So
use it in the shower and then go wash dishes.
And I don't want Malia to clean her earrings with this, so I'll make her one.
Oh yeah, you'll
good
have to
idea.
make her own.
Yeah. So I definitely think I like this size. So what I might end up doing is I might end up ordering this to make the face scrubbies and then just using the 24
I'm so used to doing
sugar and cream cotton for body scrubbies.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see.
It's cool though how I am always fascinated by that, how it's the same pattern, but just you get such different results depending on what yarn you use.
Yeah.
Because these both say weight 4 yarn. They're both worsted. And I know that's why they say to check your gauge so that you get it the right size. But since this is not a garment, obviously size is just like a preference thing. I don't bother checking gauge on that. I actually hate doing gauge swatches.
I do too. And honestly, you can always adjust it too. Like if I'm going to use the cotton yarn to make a face scrubby with, I can just do one less row. So just do 2 rows and then a border versus 2 rounds and then a border instead of 3 rounds and a border.
Yeah, it's such a simple pattern. It's only 4 rounds total, including the border.
Mm-hmm.
So you could make like a ton of these if you just sat here and did it all day. It's all nice and rainy. Get all cozy with some coffee.
Cup of coffee, a little Sanka.
A cup of coffee in the morning. Just a cup of coffee or hot cocoa.
You drink a cup of coffee in the morning?
No, I can't.
Me neither. I don't drink coffee. I will drink hot cocoa.
Well,
That hot cocoa.
I finished
I
it.
sure drink coffee.
Oh man.
Oh man.
And a lot of it.
Sound like Swiper.
Aww.
Oh man.
My mom is babysitting Fisher right now, and he's all snuggled up on her chest sleeping.
We're all up here crocheting.
Yep.
We are.
Let's get through here.
I'm obsessed with this color. I stole it
The
from
golden
Rachel.
yellow. She did. She did.
She actually left.
Actually, Morgan stole it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you left this here for Morgan to use, and I just put it in my box.
Not on purpose, though. Morgan was using it, and I just forgot it.
Oh.
Yeah, I was using it.
You were? To make your blanket?
Yeah, but I gave up.
Yeah. Well, it looks like circles are going to be your new thing to practice.
Blankets are hard.
They
They take a long time.
take a week. 2 weeks, actually.
Probably, yeah. And lots of yarn. Okay, so I have my flower face scrubby all finished. This is I've only made 2 so far, so this is one of 2. I did block them already the other day. I just did like a water blocking. You saw in the video, the soap that I used didn't really get like very bubbly. You always see all those really nice videos on Instagram of like this bubbling bowl that you block your stuff in. I used like a natural soap, so I guess it just didn't get very bubbly, but it's clean. It took forever to dry because it's super thick cotton yarn because of the puff stitches. So I like used 2 microfiber cloths and squished all the water out of it, but it still took forever to dry. I left them in the sun for like all day yesterday. It's dry, so now I'm going to use it. Let's test it out. The one that Sarah made with the 24/7 cotton yarn from Lion Brand, she said that she didn't like the way it felt once she like put her, I don't know what she used to wash her face with. I think she was just using micellar water. I'm actually not going to use mine to wash my face. The reason I wanted to make this, I have some other face scrubbies that I've used also. I guess face pads? I don't know what you would call them. Face wipes. Yeah. I have some other ones that I've made, but they're small and they're thin. So the reason I wanted this was because it's like thick and puffy. I use it to take my makeup off. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Let's try it out. See if it's going to work. I use a cream makeup remover. So this is going to look really gross for a minute. Probably should have taken my earrings off too. I'm going to get it all over that. All over them. Well, let's see how it worked. I can't recall what she was saying that she didn't like about hers. I think she just said like once the yarn got wet, it just got really weird. But this yarn that I used, the Lily Sugar and Cream, is actually the same yarn that I used for my other face wipes that I have. So I feel like this is going to work fine. I think it's going to be better than what I have already. Because it's big. Just wipe my hands off. Oh god, this is going to look disgusting. So after this, I wash mine in the washing machine. The only reason I hand washed them this time was just purely for the video. Because it's working fine. After I throw them in the dryer, they get fuzzy, and I thought it might look bad. That is the one downside to this yarn, but they still work fine. Oh, this is awesome. This is a perfect size. Yay. That was the problem with my other ones, is I felt like I couldn't wipe my whole face. So yeah, I just use a bar soap to wash my face. That's why I'm not using this thing. I don't know if I guess by scrubby that's what they mean, right? Is to wash your face with. In hindsight, I probably should have used like a brown that's the same color as my foundation so it doesn't look so gross. But this worked great. I'm going to have to tell Sarah she needs to use this yarn instead. Because that was perfect. Awesome. I'm super happy with this. Okay, cool. And look, there's like, it's big enough to even wipe your hands. I wonder if maybe I should do a video with my other ones that I have. I think I have one actually right here. It's not super cute, but see, it's tiny. Just like a little thin round wipe. And I just always feel like it's not big enough to wipe my whole face. This one is perfect. It might not fit in my little, no, it's too big. That's okay. Okay, awesome. I'm super happy with that. I would say that this pattern was a success. I'm definitely going to make more. I'd like to have at least like 4 of them. I don't wear makeup that often, but for when I do, I like to have that to wipe it off. So yeah, now I'm going to go wash my face.
Hey guys, it's Sarah. So I am working on a face scrubby right now. So I just made the magic circle and now I'm going to start.
Guys, it's Sarah. So I'm going to be using my March Crochet Along, the flower Scrubbies. I'm going to use one to take my makeup off and one to wash my face. So, real quick, as you guys saw, I made one with the 24/7 sugar, or not 24/7, the sugar and cream, I think it is, cotton yarn. And I made another with another cotton yarn, but it's much thinner. Believe it or not, same pattern, just a huge size difference. So here's my first little critiques. I like the size of this one much better. I just washed it, so that's why it's kind of funky. I like that this one lays flat. I don't like all the holes. I don't like that at all. If I'm being honest, this was not my favorite pattern. This one, there's a lot less holes. There's still some though, and that bothers me. I feel like when I'm washing my face, I want something solid. So this is just a regular circle that I made a long time ago, and it's been through the wash like a million times, and I love this. I love this so much. I love this for washing my face, for taking my makeup off, because I just feel like when I put the product on here, it just seeps through. I haven't used this one yet, actually. I've used this one to wash my face. I don't love it, but I'm going to show you guys. I use micellar water to take my makeup off, so I think I'm going to use this because Rachel loves hers, the size. I also don't like that, like, look at how wonky it is, just because the pattern, it's meant for different yarn. It's meant for yarn more this size, so that's why the pattern is a little bit funny. But with yarn this size, there's just too many holes for me. But Rachel does love hers, so I guess it's all just about personal preference. So I'm gonna, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna show you guys. When I put my micellar water on here, it just goes straight out. So I don't like that at all. I would rather, yeah, it's not gonna even work for me. Okay, I'm gonna go, and honestly, I use these, they're from Amazon, to mostly take my makeup off anyway. I'm gonna just quickly use this. Sorry, Rachel, can't use it to take my makeup off. And do know though, like I keep saying, it is a personal preference because Rachel uses makeup removing cream, and that's why she loves hers so much. I've used micellar water for many years, like many years, and it's just what works for me. I can't use makeup removing wipes. I have extremely sensitive skin, so pretty much anything besides micellar water to take my makeup off just burns it. I've tried coconut oil, and I do actually like using coconut oil, so maybe this would work better with that. But ultimately, micellar water is my favorite. Okay, so I'm going to wet this one. So this is it wet. See, look at, and sorry, the water's on. I have really tight stitches. I don't know how I could have made this any tighter. I had a hard time like getting my hook through them, and I even used a bigger hook size too, because I was using bigger yarn. Let me grab my soap. Just using my lavender bar. I just feel like this is also really big. Honestly, I mostly wash my face with my hands, unless I'm exfoliating. This is it after it's been wet, used, and the water wrung out. So maybe I just didn't do this pattern right. Maybe Rachel's turned out better. I don't know, but here you go.